And greetings. Hey, welcome to a fabulous early morning edition of Faulkner Fixes All. Today, join me as I run about town like a madman and do some work in the shop. It's the Marquee gallery is opening today. There's a grand reopening at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I wanted to have 3 tables in there. One is down there. One is right over there. I'll show you in a second. And this one, which has to be done before 6 p.m. tonight, is right here. It should be interesting. I may have bit off more than I can chew because there has to be 3 coats of sealer and varying sandings in between with fine sandpaper. And the base is not even, the table base is not even, it's just tacked together one little tiny piece of it. Anyway, I'll show you guys what's happening, and then we'll cut the video, and then I'll run up to my buddy's house and run this through the planer. This has to be, it won't fit through my planer, and it won't even fit through his planer right now. So I make the tables around fitting through planers because walnut and various hardwoods is very hard to sand. You can, but if I don't go up there and run this through the planer, it's not going to happen. It's just too many hours of sanding. Anyway, let's get to it. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and I don't know where all this energy is coming from. It's still dark outside. I don't want to run the table saw until it's light out. It's as a courtesy to the neighbors, you know. I might do a little grinding and welding, but I don't think I'm going to run the table saw when it's still dark out. Just some common respect with neighbors. I like to keep that on the mellow tip. Okay, so let's get going here, and I'll show you what's happening. It should be kind of like a, time-lapse, various videos of a day in the life of somebody hustling to get his 3rd table done, which, my wife has all her work done except one piece. She started way early, but I am more like a last-minute Larry. Okay, so let's look at the things we do have. We do have a table down there already. I'll show you when I'm down there with delivering this other one. This one's done. The reason the paper's on it is because I was in such a rush to get the top on. I wanted to just put the top on and get the final coat with it on. That way I wouldn't scratch it because this table's kind of rough and it was still kind of tacky. So I just kind of like put it together and stained it on the table, which is okay. Anyway, this is the final coat. It's nice and smooth. It's not bad. It could use probably a 4th coat, but I think I'm gonna let this one go. It's 3 pieces of walnut glued together. Really nice. I know the light doesn't pick it up in here, but when we get it down to Marquee today, I'll do the video. And there is a break in the rain from like 9 to 11, 9 to 12, and that's when I'm going to deliver it because I don't want it to get rained on. And then there's one table down there, and I'm working on this one. We're going to unclamp that in a second. And this is what I have on this one. Basically, just a little table kit. So it's going to be an interesting day, folks. I did work pretty late last night clamping this because I knew if I didn't get this clamped, it wasn't going to happen. And, there's a way to drive wedges under here, but if the plank is just warped, you're going to have this edge. And they are warped. I mean, this old walnut wood hasn't been... It was seasoned pretty good. It's just, this is what you run into when you do hardwood furniture. You always have lips and stuff. And that, you could get that out with a belt sander, but then you have these big scratches that the belt sander leaves, and then you're sanding for a long time. So it's actually very worth my time to trim this to 15.5 and run up to my buddy's planer, which is around 16, and run it through. The whole table is designed around planers. Like I have a 14-inch planer here, which I don't use very much because I like to use my friend's planer. And I design a lot of tables that are, able to fit through the planer. Because it's hardwood and you're sanding for days. Anyway, let's unclamp this in the reverse order of how I clamped it. The first thing I did when it was glued was I put these down, these batten boards, sucked it down. And then I put these two and then those two. So let's reverse order this. Let's get you on the stand here. Like I say, it's going to be a pretty interesting day, and stick with us. There'll be some time lapses, so you won't have to watch everything and listen to me all the time. Let's move this card out of the way first. I can see that's going to be a problem. And after the opening, you know, we had that Art and Autumn Festival too. And after this opening, I think we're going to take a break for a couple days, and I'm going to do some fun stuff, like work on some bikes. You know, furniture is great, but I actually really enjoy working on bicycles, and maybe a live feed or something. I enjoy talking to you guys and answering silly questions. Well, no question is silly. There's always an answer for it. All right, so let's, I think we're going to undo these red ones first. And I got them on there so tight, I have to use these channel locks. Not good for the clamp handle. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right. You know, we're just cruising along like we always do. The Marquee got ruined. That art gallery down there in Asheville was completely hammered by Hurricane Helene. And it's almost been a year. In 2 days, it will be a year. And the river went right through the building, washing everything downstream. And all of our artwork. I'll put a link in the video. There is a video of us thinking we were going to go salvage some lighting and maybe some fixtures we welded, but that was not the case. The mud was too thick and it was way too toxic. Okay, so we're going to take these grandpa clamps off. I love these things. They are hardcore, man. These things are like gold. And I have them very tight. Okay, so I'm doing this in reverse order. And it probably will be glued to the counter, so there will be a rubber mallet involved. Oh, shims in there. And we'll put this down on the cart for a second. Actually, I gotta put these right away. Give me a second here. Yeah, I've been struggling with dealing with this small shop and bicycles and furniture and lighting for the booth, which I did a very good job on. The lighting on this booth that we just redid is very simple, but it's you'll see when we're down there. It worked out very well. All right, so we have this. This was an added piece here. I was worried about this little lip. It worked out pretty good there. But this was way up before I put this piece in, before it dried. It sucked it down a little. I just wanted that to be a little closer. This is going to get trimmed to 30. And it's going to get trimmed to 15.5 so I can run it through the planer. And this is what I'm talking about right here. That doesn't look like much, but that would take you a long time. And you'd have to use the belt sander. And there'd be huge scratches, and it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to. For me, it's 20 minutes driving up there and 5 minutes planing it. You know, it's worth it just to deal with going up to use the big planer. And I don't really like to make tables that are less than like 15 or 16. I mean, I have, but then I could use my planer. Although my planer is pretty good for getting it close when you glue the boards together. Like you can get them all the same thickness and then glue them together. So it's not totally useless. Okay, so let's take these battens off. And I think we're probably going to have to use a rubber mallet to get this off of here. We're going to have to use a rubber mallet to get that off. Great.
And I'm going to reuse these. They've only been used once, and they're not being stripped. Screws are expensive nowadays. You're supposed to throw that away. It's been used. These are just pieces of cherry scrap. For some reason I didn't use these for a table, probably because of the staining, but they're really strong and they hold down things that you want to hold down. And not that this table is completely flat, but it helped. Okay, we can't get this off right now. We got to get a mallet. Yeah, a little glue seeped through there. I did wipe it, but I couldn't wipe under the battens, so, you know, I always try to wipe the glue up a little bit. It's just kind of a good thing to do. Okay, yeah, this is still kind of on here. There we go. Stuff didn't need to be so dramatic. Okay, so this is the back side. Took some of the counter with it. That's okay. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the back because the front has some interesting little things. Although that looks pretty cool there. It's got all this going on. I think I want this to be the front because of those. It's funny when you make tables, you look for imperfections. You want the people to see the weirdness. Some people don't, but I do. I kind of like that. And that's cool. There's little doodads here. A little bit there. Okay, so it looks like it did pretty well on the curving there. Let's look at this end. That's a little curvy. We can get some of this out with the planer up there. Yeah, not a lot. Yes, wood has its own memory. Okay, so yeah, we'll cut this down to 15.5. And I don't think I'm even gonna, I might trim it across the final. I think I'll leave it long because the planer sometimes leaves little marks near the edge. I'm gonna leave it length, and then we're gonna trim it down with the table saw. I'm gonna set it up right now. And when it's kind of light outside, I'll run the table saw. Like I said, out of respect for the neighbors, we're not going to run the table saw until it's daylight. But I can at least set it up. Okay, I think that's it for now. The next video, we'll whip up pedal down. I'm either going to deliver this one and then go up there. I probably just will go up there real quick and plane this. And I'll do a time lapse up there. Then we'll come back, put the first coat on this, finish welding the base, run that down to Marquee, come back, clear coat the base because we can't actually paint it. We have to use clear coat because it dries quicker. Oh, there's not much left either. I'll have to get some more. It dries quicker and the outgassing process is quicker. So there's going to be people in the booth, you know, at 6 o'clock. So we can't have the booth smelling like spray paint. Although the anodized bronze finish was pretty good with the walnut. Yeah, it looked pretty good with the walnut, the anodized bronze. But, and they don't really have to match, you know. I mean, I wanted them to match, but I just got to get stuff done. There's no way. Okay, peace out for now. Next video will be probably bringing this up to my buddy's house. Okay, see you in a minute. Think good thoughts and work really hard. little bit before 7:30. I think that is the law. You have to wait till 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, it's daylight. It's raining. Get happy. Okay, so yeah, this turned out really good. So it's just about exactly 15 and a half. I checked it for square, which really doesn't matter because I'm going to trim it. It's about a 16th off square, but I'm going to trim it to 30. Forget what the label said this was. I've already got these labels already printed, so it's good if the table is what the label says. And the gallery also has a little sticker with a barcode, which has a description, and the description has the length and width and depth. So it's good to kind of stick to that. This one's going to be 30 long, so there's plenty of room to square this off. It's 31. You know, these ends are a little uneven right here, so there's plenty of room to square that off. Plus, there's a little chip right there running through the planer. Some of that might go away, but if that's still there, I'll definitely trim the inch and 3/4 of an inch off this end. Anyway, there's room to trim it and make it right. It is 15 1/4 at 15 and a half wide. It should be no problem. This is the base. I mean, technically I really wouldn't even have to trim it just to be correct on the label, but that's what it's going to look like. Except I think I will trim it. It'll probably look like this with equal sides. It'll be trimmed off. Yeah, it'll be good. Don't know if I'm going to put the stiffener bar in the middle to suck it down. I mean, it's walnut and steel. I mean, really? Are you really going to get the walnut to bend to suck things down? No. The steel is probably going to lose out to this walnut. Yeah, and there's the other one over there. It's ready to go, but it's raining right now. So I think what I'm going to do is weld a little bit and then head up and just quickly bust this out up there at my friend's house, because this has to have a coat on it right away. This I can weld and grind and weld and grind, and that can definitely be done at the end of the day. I got to drill. I might drill the holes in this, and I might hold it up on the drill press and drill the holes in here. Yeah, we got to be quick. I think we're going to just run this up here because, yeah, we should jump in the Nerd Mobile and book up there and plane it. Okay, I'll see you guys up there. Hey, folks. About 45 minutes later. Yeah, we're up here at my buddy's place, and we're going to run this through. I don't think I'm going to run it through on my joiner. I have my joiner up here. I think the edge is pretty square. I ran it through the table saw, and I don't want to lose. It's 15 and a half now, and the label says it's 15 and a half, so, you know, I don't want to short anybody. If I ran it through the joiner, it would take a 16th off. Anyway, so, yeah, this is the high spot here. Little lip. And we're going to run it through. It shouldn't take very much. This machine is very good. I don't like this water coming in, though. I don't know if I could close this window somehow. I could even reach it back here. Yeah. Let's get that water from coming in and getting the machine wet. It's not good to have this part rusty. Feels okay. It's a little damp. I might wipe that off with something. Yeah, this needs to be cleaned too. Oh well. I was up here last time. I did some cleaning, but apparently somebody planed a huge amount of pine lumber and didn't clean up. Imagine that. I did clean up here last time, believe it or not. There was white paint all over this table saw. Anyway, let's run this through, and I gotta borrow some folding chairs. I thought there was some back. Oh, is that a folding chair? Anyway, I gotta look for some folding chairs in a minute. I'll leave him a note. I don't think he's gonna complain about anything. Okay, so let's let's get this going. Where am I going to put you? I guess I could put you up here. Yeah, that'll kind of work. Okay, let's do this. Stuff to do. We're talking. Okay. Open up the door here so you can see better. The light in here is actually atrocious. 3 little puny lights. Anyway, don't complain. Yeah, we got the nib off, that little nub. We even did the backside because there was a bunch of glue back there. And as you can see, this is ready for sanding and sealing. That's not bad. That's the back, a little WD or something on there. I'll sand that off. Yeah, this is good. No more ridge. And it's pretty straight down there. Not bad. I don't think it'll crack when we put it on the table. Okay, so back in the Nerdmobile. I gotta load this up and it's raining. So we'll put it in this plastic bag like we had earlier. And I gotta look for some folding chairs. Hopefully I can find some. It's not a total necessity, but it'd be nice not to go to some store and buy a bunch of folding chairs. If he's got a few here, he won't mind. Anyway, let's look around in this highly organized shop and yeah, go from there. Hey, tune in because we're gonna keep tuning in because we're going to rush back down to my house, put a blue tarp up in between the welding area, put the first coat on that walnut, and weld the table. And yeah, it's gonna be an exciting day. Okay, stick with us, man. This is gonna be great. It's epic. This is gonna be epic. Okay, we're back. We are back. First coat's on. It is exactly 30 by 15 and a half. Exactly. It's square. Everything's good. First coat is actually dry. Wow, that is great news. I'm going to let that cure up a little bit. I got to sand a little bit there. And it's a little sticky there. It's actually pretty much ready to recoat. By the time I get back, okay, so here's the skinny. We got to deliver this table. It's raining right now. But it's going to stop raining in about 5 minutes, apparently. And there's a window. I have about 48-minute window. And Marquee opens up for artists to be in there at 11. And I'm going to be there at like 5 minutes to 11. And then it's going to start raining. So it's very dicey today. I have to get this in. I'll cover it up the best I can. I think I'm going to take this paper off. Let's do that right now so you guys can see kind of the unveiling of that. We will fingers. We will we will unveil this and try to wrap up the top. Maybe, I'm not sure if I'm just going to put a blue tarp around it or what's going on. Anyway, yes, it was definitely going to be a very exciting day. And yeah. Holy moly, who would have such a giant table? Giants in the world. Whew. Yeah, that sucker's heavy. Definitely gonna bring our little cart. I hope it fits through. Let's measure it. I don't think it's gonna fit through. Darn. 35. Uh-oh. I have an idea though. If it doesn't fit, I'll take the bar and just bolt it on one side or something. Nope, that's not going to fit. I can either lay it down on the cart and then put the green handle over it. That's probably what's going to happen. I'll just put it on that cart and then put the green handle over it. But we gotta get this focus. Let's get this off. I'll just reuse this for the top. Yeah, we'll just reuse that. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. This Looks like a finished table to me. Get your peepers in here. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, we can deal with this. Yep. Okay, we got to bring this down to the gallery without damage and without blue tape on it and without it getting wet. And we got to be there at an exact time because the weather sucks today, and also they're only open at a certain time for artists. I can't get there early; they won't let me in. So, what's that schmutz? Huh. Some schmutz. Okay, a little dusty. Right. Let's. I think we're gonna put the paper back on it, and then maybe the blue pad, and maybe put that pad down in the wet, and put that pad. I don't know. We got to do something. We can't just throw it in the truck. It's raining. Yeah, man, just one of those timing things. All right, let's get this on. Oh dear. It would be nice if it was a nice sunny day. But no! But no! You had to deliver a table in the rain. Do probably nothing, but maybe it'll make me feel better. That's it. When it's in the truck and I'm driving and it's raining, it'll make me feel better because it's all about me. Yeah, still got to weld the other base up. Oh man, it's gonna be quite an exciting day. Did I say that already? It's gonna be exciting. Best use of blue tape, but maybe. And do I have enough? Just barely. No. Okay, let's put this clean pad on here. I don't care if the painted part gets wet. I can dry that off. And I probably could even just put this part in the rain, but something tells me, be careful of the finish. It's still kind of curing. It's nice to keep things dry. Let me get a bungee cord here. Yeah. I could use packing tape, I guess. There's Buddy. Okay. And then here's another one. We're doing okay. Okay, we're just about ready to whip down to the Marquee. I'll do a little mini video there. I don't have a lot of time today, obviously. This is not welded yet, and that needs 2 more coats. This is going in the truck, and I'll see you when I get down there, and it should be perfect timing. It's still raining now. I don't know why. I think the weatherman was a little off. We're just gonna have to go for it. It has to be down there, so I'm just gonna have to deal with the rain. Okay, wish me luck. I'll see you in a minute. Pedal down, folks, pedal down. We're going to the Marquee. It's not raining right now. Thank goodness, but it's about to start in a few minutes. I'm hoping to get there if these people get out of my way. Hate to be one of those guys, but I got stuff to do. Okay, I'll see you at the Marquee. Okay. Wow, we are down here. This is a really messed up building. That's the Marquee. We are down here now. I'm about 10 minutes early. They're not letting us in early, but the table is safe. It's over there under that little mini awning. I started to close that fire door there on the ladder, but then I realized that maybe somebody was up on the roof repairing it. I don't know. That'd be a bummer if you came back to the ladder and it was locked out. Let me out! Okay, well, this is kind of a cool building. A little graffiti. This also got pretty much washed out during the hurricane. As you can see, water was this high. Yeah, there's a piece of plywood that got stuck up there. I'm sure, yeah, the water was this high. Easy. There's some grass up there. We must have done some cleaning on this little loft up here. Kind of a cool little, this would be a nice little welding shop, actually. Just next time there's a flood, you can come get all your equipment. Oh, look, they left the can. Let's do some, let's do some graffiti. No, let's not do some graffiti. This would be a good little bike shop right here. Hi. How you guys doing out there? Yeah, this would be, I could make this a bike shop right here. You know, get a little tarp, give them, you know, $50 a month or something. Landlords down here are unrealistic. They'd probably want $1,000 a month for that little thing. Oh, there's one over here too. Oh yeah, the river was definitely this high. Oh yeah, wow. I never knew this little room. Huh. Little water heater. Wow. Oh, there was a shower and a toilet in here. Wow. Well, this would be the one to rent. Huh. This would be awesome. Huh. Forget the gallery. I just have my work right here. Put it outside in the sun during the day. Yeah. This would be the one, man. This building might be condemned. I'm not sure. Maybe it took a hit structurally. Not really sure. But it looks okay. I mean, it's not ready to fall over or anything. Yeah. Wonder if there's some wine in here. Yeah, you know. Maybe cork that up and, you know, put a spigot in there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Someone just left 80-gallon drum of wine here. Yeah, there's a heater in here. Yeah, I'd rent that other little one with the shower, man. That'd be cool. Start your own little gallery. Okay, let's, I guess we'll go stand by the door. Oh, come on, folks, let us in. It's like 10:58. Oh, quit sniveling. Okay, I think I'll roll one of these wheels into the door. You know, I could ram it or something. Oh, they're coming. Cool. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, we're down here. Whew. Had to wait a minute to get in, but oh well, that's life. Yeah, it's here. Usually we have a longer painting above this, and usually it's a little shorter of a table, but it's here, it's big, it's large, it's grand. Some of the tags fell off overnight, and there's a leak in the roof, so I don't think we're going to put anything here for tonight. There's a commission coming down here. I think we're going to have to hang it over there where there's not so much water. There's a little leak here. That's there, though. It's not in the corner. Yeah, it's definitely leaking. I'm not complaining. It's better than a huge flood coming in. Yeah, this one's done. This one's nice, smooth as a baby's bottom. Hey, hope to see you guys here 6 to 9 p.m. tonight, Thursday the 25th of September. I gotta rush home and do some welding now. Yeah, great. Last minute Loretta. Okay, so all is well. Yeah, looking good. Besides the roof leaks, but we knew that already. Here's a print bin I made a long time ago. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, sign off for now. I gotta go and do some welding and more coats. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going as fast as I can, folks. Really trying to get this table done. As you can see, I drilled the base in the drill press. I don't usually do that because it's a little wonky to hold it up there. I guess I could have drilled these before I welded it. I skipped a seam. No one will know. There is a skipped seam underneath here. I'm just trying to make it, folks. This has the second coat. It's hiding behind this piece of cardboard. That's all cut to size. It looks pretty good. It's one more coat on that. 600 grit. The 600 grit. Yeah, I should try not to make dust around it. I got it kind of protected here. It's not ideal. This has to be clear coated in about an hour because it can't be stinky in the art gallery. It has to be. It can't be that bad. And if I was to paint it anodized bronze, it would be really stinky. Oh, that's right. I only have a little bit of clear left. Huh. Well, it's gonna have to do. It's gonna have to make it. Maybe some low odor matte and then those two. Yeah, wow, I just forgot about that. Well, we'll see. I might have enough. If I have to run to the store and get some clear coat, it won't be the end of the world if it's done. Anyway, let's check the square right now. Pretty sure it's probably off. I'll probably have to bend these. 30. And 30. Wow. Huh. The legs are actually on there pretty square. Imagine that. I was going so fast I didn't think it was going to make it at all. This is 14 and an eighth. And that's 13 and a half. We'll bend that out. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. And this is 14. Now we're a little off. And 13 and 7/8. We'll bend that out. That's good. So far, so good. 27 and an eighth. 26 and 7/8. You know, when we fit the rods in here, we'll square it up. That's not too bad. 27 and an eighth. And, oh, way off. Well, we can bend it out, though. We'll just bend that out with a piece of pipe. We'll put it on the ground and bend it out. Yeah, not too bad. We'll put the long ones in first. We'll put these long ones in first, and you can actually see this is bent in. One of these, I think it's that one. Yeah, that has to go that way, and that has to go that way. These look pretty good. That looks pretty good. Yeah, it's just these two. If you adjust these two first, this two, and then that one, it'll be good. Okay, so let's cut the bars for the surround here. And I don't know if I'm going to do I just don't have time. I don't think I have time for anything fancy like that other table. Wow. It might be just really basic, folks. It doesn't say how fancy it is on the tag that we already called in. So as long as it's, as long as it's 30 by 15 and 32 tall, you know, hey, I don't think I have time for fancy today. Besides, less is more. Yeah, 32 plus the top. It'll be 32 and a half. It's okay. Okay, I got to shut you guys off. Let me go ahead and cut these. And when I get to the point where I'm putting it back in, I'll put you on time lapse. Okay, it's wow, I hope this works. I've got about 3 hours to work. Okay, bye. come up from here with a solid bar and stick a ring in here and go off to there like it's the Norwegian flag, maybe a little higher, something. I don't know. Yeah, we got to do something, folks. I mean, you know, we can't have, you know, we can't have make no junk, you know. We gotta. I think what we'll do is we'll come up high with this ring, put the seam on there, and I'm wondering if I should just go to the ring and above and leave it. Then it won't be tied in. Yeah. Kind of liking just a rod right here. Just this little stabilizing effect and a ring. That way it's not a country's flag or anything. It's just kind of like, you know, put a wine bottle in there. I don't know. Hang your keys. That'll be the back. I don't know. I know I'm going to get the rod in and then I say, no, it needs one across. Well, let's put it right on the leg here. A little higher than the middle. And we'll put one right there. And yeah, it's got to have something. We got to do something. Or, I don't know. I'll play around with it. There's a little bit of juice left on the camera. I think I'm going to cut you guys back in when the tabletop is being bolted on. There's 2 coats on it. And I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to put the tabletop on and wrap it with brown paper and do the 3rd coat with it on, with the adjusters on, with it sprayed clear. It's just, we're really moving today, folks. I still got to grind this whole thing, so yeah, wish me luck. Okay, we're doing great. We're really doing it, Harry. Okay, put some vinegar on it. All right. Okay, we're loading up the Nerdmobile table. The table is done. You'll just have to see it when it's in the Marquee. Sorry, folks, but you can see it when it's in there. Okay, I did it. We're going now. Bye. like hundreds and hundreds of people. This is impressive.
I didn't think it was this many people.
Yeah. Wow. a zombie movie. The Horde.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi! Look at all the people. Wow. Wow. The Horde. It's the Horde. It's the Horde. They're still coming. Okay. We're going to our booth now, I promise. I don't think there's enough people here. Wow. Look at all the people. Yeah, it was hot down there.